welcome to Hey Qween Hot Tea. Oh, yes. The show where we gossip about celebrities and we throw Hollywood shade. Yes. Ooh, there's some good stories in the teapot this week. What's in here? Oh, my goodness. Tom Daley sex scandal? I know I want to check out that. Oh, rumor Willis surgery addiction? I could have told you that was going to happen. And Posh Spice fucking with the Spice Girls? Damn, bitch, you rich. Why you gotta do that? Well, I'm not here alone. Of course, I've assembled a panel of the most hilarious people I know. Now, Mr. Julie Goldman is on tour, but we still have the other half of the comedy duo here with us. She's snarky, she's gorgeous, and she'll cut a bitch. I'm talking about Miss Brandy Howard. Yes.
Thrown off sitting in the seat.
I know. Do you feel more masculine?
I do. I feel funnier and more irate.
And you feel like you want to eat pussy?
Yeah, my vagina feels constantly wet. I'm very aroused. Yeah. I am thinking about pussy.
Wonderful. Yeah. This is good. The Julie Goldman seat is working.
Maybe you should have sat here.
BT Dubs, if you love Julie and Brandy, make sure to check out their podcast, Dumb Gay Politics, available on iTunes. It's one of my personal faves. It's also the personal fave of our special guest today, filling in for Miss Julie Goldman. I'm talking about one of my closest friends, also one of the people who helps me keep the comedy moving on Hey Qween, and a hilarious comedian in himself, Mr. Teddy Marcus. Yes.
Giving you Swifty Lazar real.
Yes, honey.
Google it.
Welcome to the panel, Teddy.
Thank you. I love it. I love this set. It's so gay.
Yes, it is.
Love.
And so are you, darling. He's mask for mask. Speaking of mask for mask, not. There's a beautiful lady to my right. She is, well, looking this morning like perhaps a very, very expensive prostitute. And I was hoping when we drove here this morning that the police would not pull me over and be like, sir, why you got this hooker in your car? I'm talking about Miss Lady Red Couture. Oh, hey! Oh, hi, Marshmallow Booty. You're like, hi, did you just call me a prostitute? I'm gonna kill you. I'm glad to see you have a nutritious breakfast, honey.
Well, I mean, this is the breakfast of champions. Not champions, but champions. Because we have to keep going on sugar.
Keep it going, girl.
I mean, why not, right?
Yes. And our very special guest star, one of the legends of drag, darling, always on tour, always hilarious, always giving us a hard time. I'm talking about the legendary and lovely Coco Peru is here. I love you, Coco Peru.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be sitting on this very uncomfortable couch, which like had no cushions. They had to stick 2 pillows under me, so if I just happen to like roll over, like, what's happening? But I'll try and keep it all balanced.
All right, let me get an intern on Coco Watch just in case.
Yes.
If you see her going down, run. Now this week the tea is tension tamer tea. I got this for you, Coco, and I also got you some flowers because they always tell Coco to come to the studio 900 hours early.
Yeah.
And then Lady and I roll in at like 9 o'clock, like doop, doop, doop. And she's like, I've been here for 6 hours, Johnny. Thanks for nothing. Please give these to Coco Peru. I love you, Coco Peru. Yes, I did pick them up at the grocery store, but it's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts, and actually they are beautiful.
Oh, wonderful. Coco, I'm very happy to have you here. And let us begin because there's a lot of delicious tea to sip. This tea This tea tastes like a gay affair because our first story is delightfully juicy and full of bulges, asses, wiener play, and butts. Yes, I'm talking about Tom Daley, Dive Ace at it again. Yes, girl. Yes, so The Sun uncovered Tom Daley's secret affair with an 18-month affair with hunky 6'6" male model while fiance, America's #1 hooker fucking chicken hawk, Dustin Lance Black, was away. So here is the tea. Now, if you've been following Tom Daley's sex scandals, like, of course, I am, recently there had been some footage of Tom Daley rubbing his crotch in a Snapchat type situation, which made its way onto the internet. Now, Tom at that time said, I was just lonely, everyone. I was real lonely, and nothing ever happened. There was no contact with anyone. Lance was out of town. But, girl, that was a lie. Because the details of his affair with sexy model, what's his name? Edward William has come out. Now, who can blame Tom Daley? Because let's take a closer look at this motherfucking model. Girl. Yes, so apparently this, yes, I mean, this is something to grab a fan over. Ooh, Lord, I'm feeling hot and I'm feeling heated. Now, apparently, this was a physical-only relationship, mostly consisting of Tom Daley getting in touch with this guy and saying, I'm home and horny, fancy a shag? And he would come over, fuck Tom, because I'm assuming he's a bottom, and then, you know, get the fuck out of there. So now all of this came out, and he's just about to marry Dustin Lance Black. So they've, of course, put up a united front. No problem, darling, it was only one, blah, 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 blah. But it is juicy. I mean, and if you are Tom Daley, you've only had a couple dicks in your life. You can't just, you know, have the #1 hooker fucking chicken hawk be the only dick that you get all the time. Coco, what do you think of this?
I think we're all a bunch of whores deep down inside. And it's, you know, I've met Dustin. He's lovely. Maybe they have an arrangement. Most people have arrangements.
Yes.
But they don't need everyone to know what their arrangement is. So I say, you know, I wish them the best of luck. And if they want to film all of what's going on the next time, I'd enjoy watching some of that.
Me too. Brandy, you have an arrangement with your husband.
And I mean, I have had probably more dicks than Tom Daley, but I would harm a paraplegic to have a physical-only relationship with this guy. He is fucking hot as balls.
Tom Daley?
No!
Oh, the model.
Yes!
Now, Teddy, Tom Daley only came out a couple years ago, and then he went straight into this relationship with Dustin Lance Black. So who can blame him for wanting to get a little piece of ass on the side?
So them oats, honey. I would be in a sewing machine if I looked like, I'd be pregnant if I looked like Tom Daley. Gorgeous. Go for it, honey. And what was he doing away for 18 months?
I don't know.
That's a long time to be away from a twink.
Yeah.
Honey, no. I would... he's like, to me, when he was wearing those little Speedos, Tom Daley, like a little pig in a blanket, like an appetizer, an hors d'oeuvre. I want to, like...
Well, you were not alone. This model apparently felt the same way.
Well, they're beautiful together. I wish them all the luck in the world, whoever they are.
Well, congratulations, Tom and Dustin, on your impending nuptials. And hopefully y'all get this guy back in the bedroom for a little three-way return, right?
Yes,
Nothing wrong with that.
And film it.
And film it, exactly. Well, girl, it's time for some Angelina and Brad tea because Angelina is having a breakdown over Brad.
Oh, my
what?
goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
Now, girl, here's the story. Angelina is right now tearful and remorseful, but also abusive. She's going nuts. She's pissed about Kate Hudson, and she is about to rake Brad Pitt over the coals. Ooh. She's trying to act nice for the kids, but she is having an internal breakdown, and she's threatening Brad to let all his shit fly out onto the internet and ruin his image. So Brad is obviously very concerned. Now let's go to our celebrity divorce expert, Brandy Howard. Brandy, what is really going on here?
Well, I mean, I have an unpopular opinion because Angelina is my favorite in of the triangle of the Brad Jen Angelina triangle. Angelina's my favorite.
Okay.
I don't care about Brad Pitt. I feel like he's a total basic bitch and boring. I think she's interesting. I think she's the one. And I mean, I would like to know what he's nervous about getting out, that he smokes pot 24 hours a day and only cares about looking at architecture books. Like, no one gives a shit. But, I mean, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, because hopefully you don't watch the Golden Globes, but, you know, everyone in Hollywood hates Angelina Jolie, and they all love Jennifer Aniston, and they all love Brad Pitt, and when Angelina and Brad got together, Brad Pitt dropped all his famous friends like Melissa Etheridge and all his fucking dumb friends. So all of Hollywood hates Angelina Jolie. So when Brad Pitt walks out and all he's doing is presenting, and he was in that tragic movie, like with Marianne Cotillard or whatever.
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie was so bad. He comes out to present. He gets a standing ovation at the Golden Globes, and all he's doing is presenting. And he's like overwhelmed, like, oh, and everyone's just like this. We all hate Angelina. We're all so happy that you're finally away from her. I mean, he got a standing ovation for breaking up with her, you know? So that's the tea. No one cares. Everyone's against Angelina, and they're dead wrong. And she's gonna go into politics, and good for her.
What do you think's going on?
I think it's all true. I think they're crazy as fuck, all of them. I think that it's interesting how people side with him because he looks better than she does. You know, as they're breaking up, she looks like she's malnutritioned. But he looks, you know, delectable. So it's quite funny. But I also think that people shouldn't be too friendly with crazy rich people anyway. These bitches are nuts. Them kids are nuts. Look at Maddox.
What about Maddox?
They're crazy.
Okay.
He don't know what his haircut is. He don't know if it's a fade, a faux hawk. Come on, baby. Figure it out.
He's a young, rich teenager. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly.
Coco, what do you think's going on behind the scenes with Brad and Angelina?
I could give two shits. I have no idea. I can basically handle myself. I mean, look at me. Look at who am I to judge these people? But anyway, I did stand next to Brad Pitt at a party once, and he was gorgeous, and he was very tall, which surprised me, because I always thought he was a short guy. And he seemed lovely. I have no idea what's going on in their personal life, and they don't pay my bills, so I don't really give a shit.
Okay. Coco does not appreciate this story, but you know who does? Teddy Marcus. Teddy.
I do, because I want to know what this dirt she has on him is, don't you?
Not really.
It's like, maybe it's a little gay stuff.
Ooh, good one.
One can only dream.
You never know. It actually might be something with kids because that's why they adopted so many.
Oh, Lady Red, that was dark as fuck. Oh my God.
It's like Woody Allen Pitt.
Oh my God.
Johnny's like mentally editing.
Right.
Once again, Lady Red coming out of left field with a vicious attack.
An alternative fact.
Right. You know what? People say that Kellyanne Conway invented alternative facts. Just rewind yourself through the last few seasons of A Queen and Hot Tea. Lady Red invented alternative facts. Let's move on to a little lighter story. A story about our favorite lip kit bitch, the second only in the royal family of America. Blah. I'm talking about Kylie Jenner wants to be a pop star. Whoa.
Yes.
So apparently, Kylie is in the studio with Tyga, and she is determined that she's gonna do way better than Kim's stupid song, Jam, parentheses, Turn It Up, which is a huge flop because the one thing I can really do to get back at Kim for being more famous than me is to make my own song, because I'm definitely gonna be singing real good. So, Lady Red, you're a singer. Are you excited for Kylie's new pop career?
So is she going to have a deal with Disney or what is she going to do?
I don't think Disney will have her.
I feel like she's going to try to be something that she's not. You know what I mean? Like a singer. You know what I mean? It's cool. I look forward to the stupidity of it all. You see, I'm with my little crop top. I'm giving you, yes, Kylie Jenner realness, whatever.
You are very Kylie Jenner. When I look at you, I say, Kylie Jenner.
Don't
Exactly.
I look young and hot?
You do look young and hot.
Like a rapper's side piece?
Just like Kylie Jenner, a rapper side piece.
Exactly.
Brandy, what is the possibility of success here? She wants to rap. And she's singing and rapping with Tyga. I mean, people are so obsessed with her. If she could pull it off, it could be a hit. But, you know, everyone else is going to be looking at her real hard.
I mean, I'm going to have to request that she not rap. That's definitely where that's going to go wrong. I feel like this is a Tyga-inspired thing. I don't know the truth of her wanting to be a pop star more than him wanting to stay relevant in the music business, and the only thing he has going on is her and his whole statutory rape of her. So I think he wants her to like come in and, you know, sing the hook on one of his raps, and I think that's what it is, and they'll auto-tune it, and perhaps they will have a, you know, one hit that I will probably enjoy because I do like tragic shit like that.
I mean, you probably still have Paris Hilton stars on my ass or whatever.
I love that entire CD. Paris Hilton. I love Paris Hilton.
I love it.
Now, Coco, you're like a teen pop star. Are you worried about Kylie as competition for you?
I have to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen Kylie before.
Really?
Yeah, she's attractive, but I will say this: I am so fascinated with your vocalization, the vocal fry that you did.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect, because that's what drives me crazy about these girls nowadays is the vocal fry.
They
Everyone
totally
talks
are doing
like that. I take a lot of airplanes and I have to listen to that.
Oh my God.
It drives me mad.
I hope that you don't get seated next to Kylie Jenner on the place. You're like,
That'll never
"Hey,
happen.
Coco
She's in
Peru."
first class. I never sit.
Well, Kylie, good luck. We'll be listening and judging.
Yes, apparently.
She'll be fine as long as it's trap.
Oh, you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
There's a way
Trap
it should
has
be good.
trap has really taken the art out of hip hop rapping. Now all you gotta do is slow it down, talk like this, it's a hit.
Oh my God, let's make that one.
Let's do it. Everybody, someone get on it right now. Call Adam Joseph, record that. Remix it. Let's go, Kylie. We on it with you. Well, let's go. This is so frivolous to talk about Kylie the pop star, guys. I think it's in the way our country is right now. We really need to talk about some serious issues, and the issue I want to talk about is the war. Bella and Kendall's weight loss war, because that's some important shit right now. Now, this is some 1990s supermodel rehash story. This story has probably been written every 3 or 4 years since 1985. And, you know, I love it. I can't get enough of it. Apparently, Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner are in a weight loss war where they're starving themselves and they're having battles to see whose ribs can get more they're having battles to see who have more ribs showing. Now, Brandy, I feel it's kind of rude that they didn't include you in this article because obviously you are in this story fighting with Bella and Kendall in this weight loss war to show who has more ribs.
I mean, when Mima is battling the young girls, that's the real tea. That's the real stuff. I've been trying. I haven't had a concave stomach since the early 2000s, so I understand. They live their life day to day. They're like one shit away from like having the concave stomach. They have 2 raisins. They get like a little full, then they have to poo that out, and then they're back emaciated. That's how they're living. That's what they're doing.
Now, Coco, in all of your years in drag, you must have had a weight loss war with at least a couple of these bitches.
Yep.
Lady Bunny, Rupaul, y'all are always battling each other to see who's the thinnest.
Just with myself. And I'm at my highest weight right now, I'll say. I'm 20 pounds over what I used to be.
Really?
But I do find as you get older, it helps with the face. Because every time I try and lose weight now, before it leaves anywhere else, where I'd like it to leave, it just goes here. See, they're still young. It all just snaps back. When you're 51, it just doesn't snap back.
You're 51?
Shut up, bitch. Wow. She's thinking, is that all?
I thought you were 60. You look amazing. Well, apparently
But
Kendall...
you know what? Grapefruits are a good trick.
Grapefruits do what?
To lose weight.
Well, somebody to call Bella and Kendall.
Yeah,
Grapefruits
get them
are
on
the key.
grapefruits.
What do you do
grapefruits.
with them?
You eat them, sweet.
Oh, no, man.
She's never heard of that before in her
Some
life.
whipped cream on a grapefruit, you'll enjoy.
No, ma'am.
Exactly. Brandy, Bella is 20 pounds under what her ideal weight is, and Kendall is pissed as hell. And Kendall's like, well, my eyes look more hollow underneath. And then, you know, the thing is, though, the Bella is lucky because Bella has Lyme disease, so she gets the
She's got
Becca,
an
my
edge.
love.
She has an edge.
She has the edge. She's like, sorry, Kendall, you cannot have the Lyme. And Kendall's like, can I just go
So
back to the
Kendall's like-
lemon tree?
Yeah, she's like walking through the woods.
Yeah, Kendall's walking through the woods.
Looking for a
Kendall's
tick, looking
riding
for a deer.
bareback, looking for ticks.
Yes, on deer.
Yeah, she's playing Bambi. She's like feeding
Yeah.
deer,
Yeah.
rubbing them and petting them. Chris
She's
is like, what are you doing out in the deer farm?
And that's why Gigi is not in the story. Because as we know from Housewives, Gigi loves a grilled cheese.
She
and
does.
It's Yolanda that shames Gigi into even like losing 1 pound.
You're
by telling her
right.
she looks too Asian if she has too much weight on her. That did happen.
That did happen.
And
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
And you think about these teenage girls nowadays who are exposed to this kind of shit
Yeah.
and what it does to their minds.
Yeah.
They're terrible role
I'm
models.
telling you, they're horrible role models. and
Every
I-
millennial and every child is a piece of hot garbage. Johnny said they're assholes.
Yeah, and they need to look at us and celebrate whatever and whoever they are at whatever weight they are, and not look to these celebrities and their weight loss wars or whatever baloney that is.
Yeah, don't try to be them. Just look at them and rub your
shit.
fingers and enjoy their fucking suffering.
Yes.
Now that's the tea.
Let's move on to some real news, okay? Let's get serious. Real Housewives news, that is. Yes. Now, Real Housewives of New Jersey has been boring as fuck. So boring. I used to like it. I can't even stand
We
it.
don't even watch it no
Teresa
more.
coming back from
Fuck
prison,
that.
who cares?
Whatever.
She's insufferable.
Yes,
Teresa is
please. And stupid as
insufferable.
fuck. Like,
so
ugh.
annoying.
Ugh.
Drives me crazy.
Ugh.
Can't take, like, I was away at camp. I was away at camp. I just
No,
can't.
bitch.
I can't handle them at all.
Right.
So I stopped watching Real Housewives of New Jersey this
Right.
year.
Right.
But I might be coming back
Yes.
Uh-oh.
because they've done the only stunt queen shit that they could do to save the show, because they know that new cast members have not helped.
Right.
They went through the twins.
Right.
They went through who's this new one?
They brought so
Yeah,
many.
they brought some, but there
the
was
cousins.
the cousins, and then the one who wrote the book from Wendy Williams. What was her name?
I don't know. Some jump.
What they brought her?
Ziggy Flicker.
Ziggy Flicker. The
Oh, yeah. She
therapist.
cried the
and
whole season.
So they're like, fuck, this show is boring no matter what.
Yeah.
Everyone's horrible. It's awful. There's only one star stunt queen who can save the season. I'm talking about Danielle Staub. Yay! Danielle Staub returning to the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Oh God.
Now that is good. Danielle Staub has been waiting quietly, patiently for years. She wrote a book that nobody read.
No one cares.
She's living in New Jersey. She probably moved closer to Teresa. She took a yoga class with Teresa. And she knew if she tiptoed her way in, that they would get her back on this show. Do you watch Real Housewives, Coco?
No, but I grew up around these people.
Right, you know the Real
I know
Housewives.
the Real Housewives.
Real.
And, when you grow up around them, you don't really need to watch them on TV. But I will say this, I did I was the bartender on Watch What Happens.
Right.
And the guest was one of the housewives from New York. She's like the dame or the...
Oh, the Countess.
Countess. The
Ooh,
Countess.
and how was that?
Well, she was really, really lovely, and I was surprised at how sweet she really was in person. But the whole time I was standing behind the bar, I just kept thinking, I really should be the one being interviewed. There's something wrong with this picture.
You were right about that, Coco.
But
Very
anyway,
right.
but yeah, these people, I've grew up around them. They're horrible, and I think now the whole world knows.
Yes, you're right.
No, really, go to Atlantic City.
Oh, I've
You've
been.
been.
Now, Brandy,
Yes.
this is the woman who was famously had a table flipped at her and was called what? A prostitution whore!
And also, don't forget her single with lesbian superstar
Oh my
Lady
Yes, I forgot about that.
I'm gay, not really, but I'm
forgot.
gay.
Say that again.
So Coco, at one point in her fame whoring, Danielle Staub was still on Housewives. She was being blackballed from everyone. So what she did was she got together with a lesbian singer-songwriter, and they had a very touching, semi-erotic
Like called Close to
lesbian ballad. Like, I want to get close to you.
Oh, wow.
Close to you.
And Andy Cohen called her a lesbian superstar, and Julie damn near lost.
Oh, yes, I remember. Lori Michaels or something
Lori
like that,
Michaels.
right?
Or Michael.
So, yeah, so that was Danielle Staub. Like, all the housewives were having singles, and Danielle Staub was like, I'm going to be different than everybody else. I'm doing a slow song, and it's going to be lesbian.
I think what you're trying to say is it's the end of the world.
Seems like that. Brandy, are you excited about this? Are you still on a Bravo cleanse?
I'm still on my Bravo cleanse.
Uh-huh.
I like Teresa and all them, as you know. I think they're.
Well, you went to the real. You went to their
Yes.
house,
Yes.
so you can't be bored with them because they're in real life. They were super nice to you.
Yeah, they were, and they were all sweet. I'm gonna stay on my Bravo cleanse, but I feel like what made Danielle compelling was that at that time when we watched New Jersey, we all thought they were like in the mob or the mafia and killed people. And remember, she had bodyguards.
Oh right.
And all that shit.
Yeah.
So now no one's scared of them at all. All they're doing is tax evading and going to camp or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, maybe she can stir up the shit because, Caroline and Dina are gone, and that was their whole thing. Her whole problem was with Caroline and Dina, and they're not on anymore. So what they need to do is bring back fucking Caroline and cancel Manzo's with Children.
It's so boring.
Caroline
Yeah.
is my favorite. That's really the only Real Housewives that I truly watched and got into was New Jersey because of Caroline Manzo. I relate to her. I don't know why. She was constantly cooking. She's got gorgeous sons, a real good Italian Jersey lady. But Danielle was my favorite. She was my absolute favorite, and I don't watch it. I'm thrilled she's coming back. I love a horse face. I want to play that game with her. You know, that one where you put that thing in your mouth and it exposes your teeth and you have to try to guess what the thing is. And I want to feed her like a little carrot. And I want to say, come on, Danielle, like a little horse. I'm thrilled she's coming back. Thrilled she's coming back.
Lady
Now,
Red enjoyed that
I will
shade.
I will
Very
watch.
shady.
We'll give her a little sugar cube. She'll be like, I love it.
Now, let's end this with a lovely story because this little tidbit fell into our lap from our friends at Star Magazine, and it's Charlize's Cinderella moment. And it's Charlize with her son and daughter at Disneyland. Let's go to that image.
Oh, look.
Look at that. Now, the gag is that if you didn't really know about Charlize's life or whatever, you might think that this was Charlize's daughter that she is walking with hand in hand, go back to that picture, with at Disneyland in the skirt and the sweatpants. But, honey, that is her son in the skirt and the sweatpants, and the daughter is the baby. So this is, first of all, there's many things I like about the story. One, this story is not Star Magazine. Scandal! Charlize Theron's transsexual son comes into Disneyland in a skirt. They don't even mention it. We had to make sure, they're like, is that the son? It is. And also, Charlize Theron showing what a good mother should be. Let your children do whatever they want in terms of their personality and the way they dress, and let them be free and let them to come to who they want to be by their own decision. I am loving this story, Lady Red.
I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it's a wonderful thing that she is just enjoying her children. Because that is the biggest deal about being a parent. If you don't enjoy your children, you're going to miss out on everything that that Earth and the universe has allowed you to have. When you have a child, it's a special thing. It's a special bond. Same thing with pets. You know what I mean? It's a special bond. When somebody try to steal your puppy, you want to kill them because you're like, that's my baby. So it's wonderful that she's just letting her life just go and enjoy the children. You want to put on a dress? Go on, baby. You want to put on some lipstick? Go on, baby. You want to... Don't fuck him.
Don't see Brad Pitt. Don't go to Brad Pitt. Alternative facts, Lady Red.
Just saying.
I mean, I like this. This is how more parents should deal with their kids because who knows? He just sees that Cinderella land. Just wants to wear a little skirt and have some fun, right, Brandy?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give Star Magazine the credit for not, you know,
causing a stink.
Yeah, I don't think they realize Star Magazine. From reading it, I feel like they don't realize which one's the son and which one's the daughter. But I think he looks fucking awesome and like so cute, and I love that he's also giving like a casual vibe with sweats and Crocs.
He's
with
like
the dress.
giving an athleisure look.
Yeah, exactly,
It's like a dream.
exactly.
Working the
I'm
runway
feeling it.
He's working Main Street, honey. Work Main Street, work it. I love it. What shocked me was that they still have the Dumbo ride at Disneyland. That's like my grandmother has a picture on the Dumbo ride from 1920. Like it's such a boring, janky ride. And that's what she went. Oh, you like Dumbo?
Yes.
Really? It just goes up and down.
I mean, I can't fit on the ride, but it looks great.
Oh, I was shocked. I was like, they didn't even update it. It's still Dumbo from before. Dumbo needs a little plastic surgery, maybe. That's it. Work the runway. I don't even think we even need to see this. Like, let her go to Disneyland with her kids. We don't have to put it in the magazine. But I guess we're the culture that does that, and we watch it. So work it, girl. Work it, honey. That's all.
They're Disney darlings, Coco.
Oh, me? Yes. I think it's marvelous. I think it's lovely. And honestly, when I created Coco, my mission was to create a world where children wouldn't have to go through what I went through. And this just, to me, speaks that truth, and I think it's marvelous. And I really give credit to this actress, Charlize, for letting her children be self-expressed.
You know what, Charlize? Yes, honey. You are the queen. You are a Dior model. You grabbed the pearls. You broke out a thing. You climbed up to the roof. And your son in a skirt picked you up in a helicopter. And you smelled fantastic. Bravo to you.
Yes.
Well,
and
now,
Dumbo is quite a lovely ride.
I love that old ass Teddy was like, this story is fine, but the Dumbo ride is still going? What? Hot celebrity news with Teddy. The Dumbo ride is still alive?
Scandalous.
The scandal is the Dumbo ride is still going.
You probably wanted to get rid of Mr. Toad's ride, and you did get rid of it.
No, I didn't. I actually liked that because it was a thrill ride. Dumbo just goes up and down.
It just goes up and down, Coco.
It's like what's the purpose?
Teddy.
So it's not enough that it's the flying fucking elephant, right?
Well, it's on a.
And in circles.
I can't.
That's
It's
all
for
it does.
babies.
It's
the
for
purpose is
babies,
Teddy.
Teddy.
It is.
She has her
sorry.
baby on it.
I mean, I think the only reason you complain is because you know I can't fit on it.
I can't own either, girl. I probably haven't been on it since I was 3. Maybe that's why they didn't have that.
All right.
I could fit in the teacups, though.
Well,
Let's spill the tea on the teacup.
Let's just go over every Disney ride, the boring ones, and let's say which ones we've ridden, and which ones we like, and which ones we don't like.
It's more interesting than Kylie Jenner.
We'll save that for another time where we'll review every Disney ride in the main area and say rate it from A to B to babies or whatever. All right, well, we
mansion. That's all I'm saying.
We know what bothers Teddy Margus. It's the Dumbo ride is still going. It just goes up and down. But we don't have Julie Goldman here today to release the Kraken, but we do have the legendary Coco Peru to tell us what bothers her. So, Coco, please give us what bothers me with Coco Peru.
But you know, I was thinking about this today on my ride over. You know what really just gets under my nerves? Litter.
Oh.
Litter. It drives me crazy. When I was 11 years old, my parents made me go to work in the Bronx, and I worked for the Garden Club, and they called it the beautification program, and it basically meant that I swept up everybody else's shit, and I'm still picking up everybody else's shit. And I just drove over here, and I see some flick their cigarette out of the car window, and I'm trying to catch up to them to be the crazy person.
Will you honk and yell?
I honk, I yell. Someone eats. I have a cute little house in Van Nuys, and someone eats their lunch in front of my house every week and leaves the bag in front of on my lawn. I'm waiting for that moment to catch them because they're going to find this lunatic drag queen coming out. But anyway, it's the litter. So if any of you ever have that temptation to just throw that little thing, just know it's going to end up in the LA River and run right down into that ocean and ends up in, did you see that video on YouTube of the turtle with the straw in its mouth?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what bothers me. Litter. I've been picking up shit my whole life, and I'm not going to stop. But anyway, I just don't want to come back. If there's such a thing as reincarnation, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah.
Cheers to you, Coco Peru.
And I will be looking for that housewife song, that lesbian love song.
We'll play it for you right after the show.
I think that could come in handy.
Well, you know what? I'm glad to end on two positive stories. One about Charlize Theron being a great mother, and another about Coco Peru reminding us all to not fucking litter. All right? Thank y'all for watching Hot Tea. Our stories were delicious. Thank you, Miss Brandy Howard. You can hear and see you on Dumb Gay Politics, as well as my podcast, The Gayest of All Time. Teddy Margus, every Friday night, the Mikey and Teddy Show at Boo Bar in West Hollywood. You also appear as Donald Trump in the opening of the Hey Queen season.
Excited about that.
Lady Red, we can, of course, see you with me on everything that we do together and in my apartment every morning. Love you. And Coco Peru, what's up next for you, Coco?
I just wrote a new show called The Taming of the Tension. And
Oh.
that starts on Tuesday, and I just tour. We're doing the Drag Queens of Comedy tour together.
Yes.
And can I just say very quickly?
Yeah.
Whenever you sit next to me, you shed, and I always end up with like a giant red sequin. So you travel with me everywhere I go around the United States.
Yes.
Every time I open up my suitcase, I think of Lady Red. So I can't.
Make sure to check out Lady Red and Coco Peru and Drag Queens of Comedy Tour coming soon to your city. So check it out, and we'll see you next time on Hot Tea.
Girl,